Good morning, dear students. I welcome you all in the home mentoring session organized by Director General Higher Education Haryana. Today, I, Dr. Anuradha, will discuss about the main idea and storyline of the essay The Generation Gap by Benjamin McLean Spoke. The Generation Gap is a very beautiful essay written by Benjamin McLean Spoke. The term generation gap expresses the lack of understanding between one generation and another. Before proceeding further, let us know about our author. Benjamin McLean Spoke. He was born on May 2, 1903 and died on March 15, 1998. He was an American pediatrician and his book Baby and Childcare was published in 1946. It was one of the best-selling volumes in history. He has used psychoanalysis to understand needs and family dynamics of children. What is psychoanalysis? Psychoanalysis is a set of theories given by Sigmund Freud, who has said that almost all the individuals have unconscious thoughts, feelings, and emotions. His ideas about child care has influenced many generations of parents to be more flexible and affectionate towards their children. Spoke has said that parents should treat them as individuals who want to grow in their respective lives. Parents can help children to grow and carve niche for themselves, but for this they have to choose a different path. So let's move further and know about the essay. As we have already discussed, the term generation gap is a lack of understanding between one generation and another. For example, I may have different opinion while my parents have different opinion of the same thing. Similarly, my children may differ in many ways from me. So, what here I want to convey to you? I want to convey that there is usually a cause of conflict in a family, that is difference of opinion, viewpoint, maybe value system, due to technological advancements and new era. Benjamin McLean Spoke says that this conflict is not negative. He says that it is healthy, it is positive. In fact, generation gap is inevitable and natural. It is very important for growth of an individual. He says that child grows and becomes adult. He or she breaks barriers of comfortable family life and choose a place of his own self, and this is known as identity. Dear students, what do you understand by the term identity? Yes, identity may have various meanings for oneself, but in general, if we talk about identity, identity means the things which differ one personality from the another personality. The things which separates one person from another person. However, it does not include only the physical changes, physical separation. but it is much more than that. It is the whole being of a person, physical, moral, mental, and spiritual as well. So Spock says that identity is the very much required for growth of an individual. He says that there are various stages of identification: rejection of earlier role models and formation of new identity is one of them. He further discusses that how parents should channelize positive energy and transformation of young individual into responsible adults. Means we should accept our children, we should accept their growth, we should accept their conflict. Only then they can have a individual responsibilities. Let's do detailed analysis of the chapter. Para 1 says rebelliousness against parents is natural, inevitable aspect of adolescence. Rebelliousness. Rebelliousness is not a negative word, though it denotes refusal to obey rules, refusal to obey normal standard of behavior. Inevitable here means which is certain to happen, which will definitely happen, and we cannot stop that. So in the very beginning, writer conveys that it is quite natural for the young boys and girls to strive to find their true identity. Strive here means struggle. Means children, they strive, they struggle to find their true identity. They try to know who I am, what I am, why I am, what can I do more, which definitely results in rebellious towards their parents. The writer wants to convey that this behavior, where a child tries to rebel, is part of their growth and it is not negative. Means it is natural that if a child wants to have an individual identity, he will rebel for certain rules, and parents should accept that, and they should understand that it is not the negative aspect of one's personality. To continue, he says this kind of behavior is natural and it enables a young person to reject the comforts and security provided to him by his parents. Yes, to make your own identity, to be an individual, you have to come out of the four walls of your home. You have to leave the comforts of your home. You have to prove yourself. Young minds want to embark on the path of establishing their real independence and they work for progress. Benjamin Franklin Spock tries to convey to us that it is quite natural for young mind to find their own ways. They definitely work to establish their individuality in relation with their own family, friends, and society. In para 2, he further adds the most basic problem for the young person is to find his own identity, sense of being an independent person with a job to do. Young mind is confused about what kind of person he desires to become. Young mind is actually influenced by bubble reputation. Bubble reputation here means momentary reputation. He has many desires to fulfill. He has many things to work on. But he says that the main problem is not merely to take conscious decisions and finding a job. Means it is not necessary that a young mind, before finding his identity, must understand the difficult situations of life. Yes, of course, he has to find a job. He has to take the conscious decisions. The decisions may be wrong or may be right. He cannot rely here on his parents. He has to decide on his own. So, what is the real problem? The real problem is to groom himself into a mature personality that is acceptable to his family, friends, society, and to himself as well. Dear students, the very first line we have discussed about the rebelliousness. Rebelliousness means when one does not obey the rule, he revokes, he does not obey anything, but he has to accept this thing that his personality lies with the personality of the family. He is representative of his family. Wherever he will go, he will be recognized by his own family members, by his friends, as the member of a particular family. Thus, the real problem here lies that he has to groom himself. He has to grow into an individual who is able to express himself as well as to understand the society. He has to find out the new perspectives. Yes, he is rebelling towards the old rules, the old set of rules, but naturally for the growth of society. He has to find new perspectives, what else he can do, what ways he can find out to solve general problems. So, to say these things, writer has further explained in para 3. Three principal elements. Principal here means main. Primary. Primary elements that help the young mind to achieve the personality or individuality he was striving to form. It is not easy to have your own identity and to prove yourself in society. But it is not difficult as well. A child must try to understand that whatever he or she is doing is quite obvious for him or her. He or she must try to understand that growth of an individual lies in the growth of society. So, Benjamin Maclean's Pope tells us the first element. The first element is character. Character he had been developing all through his or her childhood. The generation gap works for new perspectives with the demands of present scenario to emulate himself as a unique individual. As Benjamin Maclean has said earlier, that rebelliousness is not a negative aspect of personality. It is positive, it is natural, it is inevitable as well. So, it means that the ultimate goal of a person is to find out his individuality. Individuality is state of being independent to grow up and move out from the certain barriers. The development of character is very much important. He says that since the age of 3, a boy strives to be like his father and girl strives to be like his mother. It is very true. A child always follows his mother or father or the primary caregivers. They cast themselves in the molds of their parents because they think that they are their products, they have to follow them, they try to walk like them, they try to talk like them, and they try to follow the footpaths of their parents. However, to become an effective adults, they have to break off most of the dependence on their parents. This is very important. Until and unless you have not come out of the shell of your family life, you cannot become an independent individual. He has to develop his own ideas and aims to solve the existing problems of society in which he lives. Here, new ideas means rejection of old ideas. Though rejection is a painful word, but it is necessary part for individual growth. Own ideas and ways to solve the existing problems will definitely help to grow. The young person's feeling of impatience means he is not satisfied what is being going on in the society. He tries to question why it is here, why it is there, what should we do, how it can be solved easily, how we can put more inputs into it. And criticism towards his parents works in a positive way. Though we always say that parents are our best guide, it is true also, but of course parents are our best guide. But to grow ourselves into a different individual, we have to think out of the box. We have to come out of the shell. Only then we can grow. McLean says it is not a negative way to criticize the ways of your parents. Of course, we should not criticize parents, but some criticism can be there in the ways or ideas. Further, Spoke says it helps in looking out of new ideas and methods to deal with the problems he faces to establish himself as a unique persona. The generation gap, as we have discussed earlier, is lack of understanding. But generation gap is something which is natural. The way we learn today is different, and the way our kids are learning today is different. The way our parents have learned yesterday is definitely different. The generation gap is quite natural. So when a person tries to develop his individuality, he has to break some rules also. He has to become independent, he has to grow. So Benjamin McLean Spoke says that he has to depict that ideas of his parents' generation are outdated and no longer can be applied to the present scenario. Of course, in our day-to-day life also, we say so many times that this is obsolete idea. We do not follow some customs just because our parents are following that. Of course, we should not hurt our parents because parents are lifeline for everyone. But some customs which are not suitable to today's life, we should object. One should object, one should try to understand that why this custom has been followed at that time. The same way it cannot be followed in this time. So dear students, here Benjamin Spoke says that a child has his own individuality until and unless he is not able to know the new ways, he is not able to think about the new ideas, about the new methods, he cannot grow. This is the prerequisite of a personality. He says that character, as we have discussed earlier, there are three elements. First is character. Character is much more important than anything. What we want to become, how we want to become, how we want to project ourselves in society is quite important for all of us. So character is one of the main prerequisite to grow. The second element is very important. Benjamin Maclean spoke here reveals that how strong the rebelliousness in each individual and what form it takes is a second element in determining his eventual identity. See, Spoke says, yes, you should have a character. You should think about the ideas. You should think about the methods. But if you do not have the second element, your personality cannot grow. So the extent and strength of rebelliousness means who are ready to take chances, who are ready to rebel, decides final identity of an individual. Young minds are quite influenced from the ways they see in their day-to-day lives. Their rebelliousness may be bubble. So, bubbling reputation, of course, it won't help in growth. Thus, the zeal to rebel, the zeal and the strength to take those chances will definitely decide the final personality of an individual. So, that zeal should be there in your heart. You should try to understand that comfortable life will not lead you towards an individuality. The third element he discusses in the next paragraph, paragraph 4. He discusses two things here, nature of times and need of times. Nature of times means in what kind of times you have been born, what was the need of that time. A person faces different situations in different historical periods and requirements also change according to the changing situation. He further explains this notion with an example. Spoke here quotes Erik Erikson, who explains in Young Man Luther as how the corruption of the church in Martin Luther's times led him to implement major reforms, which was the need of time and which fulfilled requirements to develop a dynamic personality. Martin Luther King was a great reformist. We all know him. So what here Spoke means to tell is that Erik Erikson's Young Man Luther has told that the corruption of the church led the Martin Luther to think about the new ideas, about the new methods, and it has developed his character. This time has inspired Luther and he has developed the qualities of fearlessness, clarity, eloquence and firmness. Eloquence means art of speaking. Had he not faced adverse situations, he would have remained just an ordinary priest. So it is a very beautiful example. Martin Luther King has both the elements in his life. He had character, of course. He had the strength to rebel. And the third element, nature of time and need of time. Due to this need of time, because his time needed reformation in church, he has developed the qualities of fearlessness, clarity, eloquence and firmness. In the last paragraph, Benjamin McLean spoke further adds that numerous advancements, numerous means various, advancements, technical inventions, scientific discoveries have been conceived by the young minds in the prime of their youth. It means a young mind accepts the things very easily. There are number of things which happens in his or her life. There are number of advancements, number of technical inventions, scientific discoveries, and he goes through all these things, that too in the prime of their youth. It is possible just because they were impatient with the achievement of the past, means, and determined to make their dreams of future a reality in the present, means one who is impatient, one who tries to learn, who tries to find out something, can only dream for a future. That will be the final identity of a person. I hope most of the elements have been clear to you. So now let's discuss why is rebelliousness is common among young person. Rebelliousness is common among young person because it is natural. It is inevitable aspect. It will certainly happen. Next is, what is the first formative influence on the individual? It is the character that a child goes through. He follows his parents. A girl follows her mother. A boy follows her father. But to develop an individual personality, he has to come out of those shells. Okay, so do children have to step out? Yes, children need to step out. Three elements of personality are character, strength to rebel, and need of time. Yes, definitely time matters a lot. If a child is given due opportunities in his life, he can develop fearlessness, which is strength of accepting things, strength of rejecting things, strength of carving niches for themselves. Many of the developments in human civilization is due to impatience. Thus, to conclude, I would like to suggest some of the elements like creations, choices, values, belief, appearance, ethnicity, habits, work hobbies, friends, families, interests. They are very much required for development of personality. Generation gap. Generation gap is not something unnatural. It is very natural. To develop your identity, one needs to understand that this generation gap is inevitable and natural. The demands of present scenario are different. We must try to understand that these demands should be fulfilled. We should give due chances to every individual to grow, to create, to have their own choices, to develop their own value system, belief system, to practice habits or hobbies which are important to them. Thus, identity plays a very important role in one's life. Thank you, children. I hope this chapter is clear to you. Have a nice day.